Welcome to Spanish. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the course setup on Canvas, our learning management system. The example that I am using is Spanish 1, Semester 1, but the setup is similar in all of my courses. When you first open up your Canvas, find your Spanish course, whether it's Spanish 1, Spanish 2, or Spanish 3. It will look similar to this home page. Do not worry about the pink Spanish view down here at the bottom. As I am a teacher, I have set my Canvas page up in the student view for the purpose of making this video. When you first open Canvas, you're going to see a Start Here button. You're going to see the chapters that you are going to study in this particular semester. You will see the final exam practice and test links. You will have Spanish 1, so you know which level of Spanish you are in, my email address, and the classroom I am located in at Lawrence Central. If you have questions when you are outside of class, I have set up a Google Voice telephone. Please text only. Do not give me a call, but text this phone number, 317-597-0334, if you are having trouble. Please do this before 9 p.m. at night, as your teacher goes to bed early. But in this manner, that text will show up on my personal phone, which is not this number, but it will show up on my personal phone because it will be forwarded to that. And I will know if you are having trouble, and I will text you back or call you back if I can help you out. All right, Google Hangout will address later. It's another way in which you can screen share with me. If you are using Google Hangout, however, you cannot be logged into your student Google account. You'll have to have a personal Google account because Lawrence Township has blocked Google Hangout for our township Gmails. So, you have a Start button. You have my contact information. You have the chapters that you're going to cover, the final exam. Here is a Google Calendar that tells you what we are covering each day and what is due on each day. For additional Spanish practice, you have multiple choice practice here. The Spanish DICT is a wonderful website for grammar explanations and practice. The online textbook may be found here. If you click on this particular button, you are going to find that there are links to each specific chapter in the first semester of, in this case, Spanish 1. If you happen to be in second semester, then it would show the second semester chapters. You also have access to, when you go down here to the bottom, the vocabulary and grammar pages. So when you click on the orange button, there's vocabulary and grammar specific to each chapter, as well as a glossary of all the vocabulary. So if you're in the back of a physical textbook, you would see all of the vocabulary first Spanish to English, but about halfway through it switches to English to Spanish. So about page 12, since this is 24 pages long, about page 12 it's going to switch over to English. So here you have English to Spanish. So that is a resource for you in terms of vocabulary pages. Go back to our course directory home. I do not use workbook pages in my course. However, if you would like to look at the workbook online, here it is. Here's a button that goes to some cultural activities or videos that you could look at. Below here, Duolingo is a website you're going to be using to practice a variety of Spanish in addition to what is required in your Spanish course. Here are some skill builders, just some interesting National Geo, and if you would like to watch some videos that are in Spanish that help you learn, the Mi Vida Loca, this series is very good, in which it has a movie that you kind of watch, little short spots, and then what happens is it'll stop the movie and then it'll ask you what happened, and you get to just click on the link and see how well you understand what they're saying. But that is really fun for those of you who wish to do that extra step. So these are some links to extras. Go back to our course directory. All right, so most important for now is your Start Here button and the Para Empezar chapter. This is where you're going to be starting out. With the Start Here button, it's going to take you to the first page of a series of introductory pages. You are required to go through these pages. If you look at the modules, it's going to show you that there are about 8 or 9 of these pages, and it's still connecting, so hold one moment here so you can see your modules. So here's the Start Here module. So you need to go and view each of these pages. A check mark shows up when you have viewed it. You need to have all of these checked marked before it will open the first lesson in Para Empezar for you. Notice it says prerequisite Start Here module. So you have to do a view of each of these pages so that I know you have briefed what is expected and how to do things in the online portion of this course. Then, homework assignment. When you are doing your first homework assignment, you're going to see that you need to mark it as done. So once you have finished that homework assignment, and I don't know if it's going to let us get into here, let me see. When you have gone through each of those pages, it says Lesson 1.8, Feelings and Greetings. You can see that it's a homework assignment. Your task is to complete the online assignment below. Your goal is 80% or above on all online homework, which in this case is 12 out of 15 points. You may retake this assignment and all of the Spanish online assignments as many times as you would like in order to get the best grade for your chapter GPA. When you have the grade that you desire, return to this page and mark it as done. When you mark it as done, it's going to show up in that module that you have done it, and it will allow you to move on to the next item. So once it reads that, it's going to come up with a check mark. So this helps you keep track of what you have done in the course. All right? So when you are doing a homework assignment, it's going to have an online homework, greetings and feelings. This link is going to take you to an outside website called Kia. You can always come back here for the online version of the textbook or vocabulary and grammar to help you with the homework assignments. When you go to these homework assignments, they're going to say that they're a quiz, but it's not really a quiz. What you're going to do is type in your first and last name, 208 is usually what your username is, and the password that was assigned to you. You will find this information in your student Gmail account. So open up your student Gmail account in another tab, look for an email from Kia, and that will show you your username and password for all of these assignments. You may do these assignments as many times as you like. I take your best grade. Now this is dark so you can access it, but this part's locked because you haven't done the module 2, so it's all faded. So if you can't access something, go back and make sure that you've marked it as done. Make sure that you have done it. Alright, so this is the module way to get through these. Again, you can go from home. We are on the Para Empezar chapter at the start of the year. It tells you what our chapter goals are, what the objectives are. Click Start Here. You can see the lessons and what they are about. You can click on the first lesson. This will have been taught in class, but this is supporting material in case you still need some help. You can see it's page 1 of 9. On pages 1 through 7, there are videos you can review and supporting Google slideshows. And click here for the slideshow. On page 8, you're going to have one online assignment or 2 online assignments to complete, and on page 9, there's a quiz. All quizzes and tests in Spanish, you must earn 75% or above in order to continue on to the next lesson. Again, you can take a test 2 times in Spanish, and if you still are not doing well, we are going to review where your trouble spots are, do a little bit more tutorials and a little bit more practice on that troubled spot, and then try to take that test again. Because you must build in Spanish in order to keep going. At the bottom, click Next, and you can go to page 2, and you can go to page 3, etc. So this is another way you can move through the lesson that has more visual guidance for you than just going through modules. If you want to look at the list of assignments, you can click on the list of assignments and you can see all the assignments, what they are, etc., when they're due. And here is, I'm going to go to modules to get to it quicker. There is a pacing guide. When you look, it's going to have something that you can print off and or just keep in your Google account, where you can say that what your score is. You can keep track of that. The minimum's listed off here to the right. And you can see if you're 10% through the class, 20% through the class, etc. So you can see each chapter's assignments and the grades that you need to get for the entire semester. And that will help you pace yourself to make sure you do not get far behind. One of the biggest things we have, in particular with the Spanish 1 students, is they procrastinate and wait till the last minute. You don't get late grades in my class, which is nice. You can do your assignments as many times as you want, and I take your best grade, which again is good for you, but you have to get the work done before I let you go to the next chapter. And so if you're only in chapter 1B and it's November 1st, there's a good chance you're not going to get done with all of your chapter work as required. Lastly, on the right side of your Canvas homepage, you can see to do, something that is homework assignment that is due. You can see what's coming up this week. Okay, so you see things that are due at midnight tonight, coming up August 15th and 17th. And you can see whatever your most recent scores were that I put in for you. All right, that is your Spanish page. Have a wonderful evening.